If you're on your phone right now, your election experience probably looks like this.
Hi, Will. It's the Trumpet of Patriots. Did you get our message? How about this one? Vote 1, Trumpet of Patriots, the only party that can blow itself. Are you there? Will, hello? Text STOP to stop. Just kidding, that doesn't do anything. Okay, we'll stop. Just kidding, one more. Can you believe how much money we're spending on this? Will?
I know how to fix this. Yep, that's better. On TV, Labor's Medicare campaign looks like this. Online, it looks like this.
Medicare calamare versus Dutto Lacutto. Fight!
What do I think of that?
Serious, but thanks for asking.
Well, online, the coalition ads look like this.
No, my petrol! It's too expensive under Labour! I need my cheap petrol! I'm voting Liberal for cheaper petrol! Oh, Peter! Oh,
well, nice to see John Howard again. Do young people like this?
I think we think it's repulsive, but in a way that's already been normalised. I know that my group chats are sending them round and round. I actually have a 21-year-old brother and a 19-year-old sister, and I rang them both last week to say, let's have a voting talk, how's it going, and are you voting for Labor? The Nationals bubble. I said, what about Labor? And brother said, is that the blue one? And I was like, oh, it's really tragic out there. But also, then he started sending me these videos. The only political engagement some young men, low-information voters, which are the youngest people under the age of 23 who are not yet politically engaged, they're getting it from these sources. Some of these videos have 40,000 shares. And if it's the only thing you're engaging with, it could be the reason you pick red or blue. Concerning, I don't even know what that is.
I understand why they get shared, because they're fun. And silly, and and in a way, I suppose, it just reflects just the nonsense that is politics. But do they work?
They don't work in the sense that they're actually spreading any kind of message. They're only working in the sense that they communicate to young people that there's an obsession with achieving their vote, with earning it. So I think that there's at least a likability for they're trying new things to get me in, they're trying to appeal to me, and that want is enticing. It's not
a stroke,
actually,
isn't it?
It's not about the message, it's about the ego stroke. And we're now trying to find the worst one to enter the group chat or to call my brother or sister about, because people think it's hilarious. And it's like Donald Trump, it's repulsive at first, and then it's so normal you have to laugh or you'll cry. That's how this feels.
Well, if they do want to find the worst one, our researchers have seen a lot of them.
I think there's often confusion with young people. My 2 teenage daughters, they just because they consume something and share it doesn't mean they actually like it or put a lot of meaning into it, because their feeds are filled all the time, so they're quick filters. And the other thing is there's kind of this anti-aesthetic movement going on now where they've grown up with these curated lives, these airbrushed influencers, these sort of perfectly done online. So for them, this sort of shit slop is funny. They more often than not, they engage with it and move it on, ironically.
Yeah, but I think it's really important to remember that there's 2 things going on. So I totally agree that it's a great way that engages young people. But if they're sharing it and looking at it, even getting to the end of it without the swiping or, the scrolling on, it actually improves the algorithm. And so that is one of the critical things, is to keep your algorithm, whether your TikTok account or your Instagram account, up high, so that then when you do put out other ads, it gets further reach. So they actually, a lot of the times, these ads are to do the job of scaling for the other ads, because these things get the eyeballs.
And there's a strange irony, isn't there? So Facebook and Twitter are deprioritizing political advertising, but TikTok isn't. So there's a strange irony to the Chinese-owned TikTok platform is one of the biggest political influencers in this country.
Yes, that is a strange irony.
Oh, yeah, and also, like, we need to talk about the fact that when we're talking about algorithms and engagement, no one is staying on a Medicare ad or a reel for more than 5 seconds. Young people don't care about Albo kissing his Medicare card. That's not landing. This brain rot, which is what it's called in the sphere, is really attracting attention, and people are spending 7 seconds, 8 seconds, and that's more than enough. I saw 7 videos that put yas flames and sexual sort of innuendos on photos of Peter Dutton and Anthony Albanese on TikTok yesterday alone. Again, repulsive. How many people did I send it to? 45. So it's like landing, isn't it, you know?
And you're making fun of him.
Hey, don't make fun of her. 45 young people, that's more than the entire ABC.
But I think there are 2 problems with them. I think, first, there's a confusion of entertainment with persuasion. And secondly, I think there's an assumption that young people are stupid. And I don't think either's true.
And I agree.
So do I.
Peace in our time.
That's 2.